All right, take two. I wasn't going to do this. I literally just decided to on my drive home from Walmart. I had it canned. I thought it'd be more tasteful to keep it to myself, but dog's got to bark. But I've been working on an epic poem for many years, and one prerequisite for an epic poem is it needs to be a poem. It should probably be a meter or verse, which I cannot do, so I'm learning to do. So I'm writing a practice book called Struggle Bars. In the first 6 months of the year, I would just force myself to write sentences in 10 syllables. And it could be anything. You know, going back to childlike creativity, it could be silly, it could be sad, happy, it could just be an observation. Just a jumble of words that seems to feel some way to me. And I pieced it together in an arrangement that, to me, felt like Picasso, like Guernica, or one of his portraits with the face, you know, all mismatched, where it represents every emotion at once. It's kind of about going through a chaotic point in your time, and that time's now over. And now you're just left with the chaos of your own thoughts in the aftermath of it. Well, you live a mundane, boring life. You know, you're doing dishes and you have a funny thought. Then you have a thought that brings back trauma or insecurities. Then you have something that's just kind of boring, like I need to buy new soap. So what I'm getting at is, if you don't want some kind of art thing, if you're worried about anything like NSFW, you can fuck off. Literally. Like, if you don't like it, just fuck off. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. For all two people that click on it, if one of you does not care for that kind of Yeezus energy, bye. Also, Kaylee, you're not allowed to watch this. So if you are watching it for any reason, do not. Turn it off now. So I got to differentiate the real me from TD, which is a nickname somebody else gave me. It's a funny joke someone else made, my friend's mom, where she's like, oh, like touchdown. And I was like, that's perfect. I'm writing a book about football. How funny would it be if I made my pseudonym TD? But yeah, I need to put on my artist cap so that I can compartmentalize between Todd and that. Too cold. It's a sunny day. Yeah, you can sniff that. That's cool. Gotta figure out what to do comfortably. Gotta get one rip of that monster in there before I begin. So, you know, I'll be running through these like the Tasmanian devil. Just Eminem spitting. I hope it's still audible this way, but this is how I decide I want to frame the shot. I got some stuff in the frame I don't really want, but yeah, so I deleted the curated version of this. So I don't know what's here in the direction it is. I'm just literally going top down from everything written from roughly October-ish. Probably yeah, September, honestly. September to now. Actually, the first line. Some of these were written years ago, actually, and you go back to my YouTube, which I deleted most of the stuff. You can actually see that I've been working on some of this for many years. But yeah, some of it's cringe, some of it's funny, some of it's scary, some of it's all that. So I'm going to stop excusing myself. That's cowardly and pathetic, and some being mounted. Are you going to help me? Thank you. All right, I'm going to just begin and mind my nerves. You can't be a phoenix without the flames. You want a radical? Then open your mouth. A radical will come out or come in. I'm not saying that one. I wasn't dying, but being reborn. Effortless, their flaccid competition. My heartbeat is the only metronome. So cliche. Forgiving yourself is a muscle, but I'm doing reps every fucking day. No game, because I'm not trying to play. Per Stephanie, you are going to hell. You idiot, you're forever fumbling. Dude looked like Charlie Brown on the kickoff. Mrs. Renfro's salsa is my favorite. Gonna take more shots than John Wick tonight. 2023, I wasn't born yet. I'm sure he is a nice guy, but I'm not. Uh, oh, this one's so bad. Bitch eating nuts out my bag like I'm Planters. We're just two men with bad taste in women. Tell your jokes, and then you can die alone. My track record's like Christmas. Noel. If anything could work out for just once, get away from me. You're too damn perfect. At least a single fucking thing went right. That was sarcasm. My red flag is loving Sylvia Plath. There's a frat house near me called Alpha House. That's the context here. Alpha House. That's Beta House to me. Nothing good happened the rest of my life. Am I the death dream of a stillborn? It takes everything in me just to breathe. The things I cherished were taken back. Someone else can have the rest of my years. Hope is the first step towards disappointment. Because hope is the first step in disappointment. You were not liked. You were tolerated. That's a Bill Murray quote. Take it all away from Todd for a laugh. You should be happy with what I'd reject. It didn't happen to us, but was done to us. I went through my worst nightmares in August. I'm trying to not try to be normal. The important texts always left on read. The important texts always left unread. So depressed I float out of my body, exhale my soul with every labored breath. Transcendental emo poetry's new. I don't think it is. I wasn't dying but being reborn. Be mindful to never water the weeds. A violent brushstroke on a pastoral. The bus already left, you're left behind. You've got that dog in you, now buy a leash. Gwen, please, life can be a success story. But I can lift the weight of my own corpse. It all worked out, just not the way you thought. Not saying that one, it's too bad. Pardon me, had to shake off all the fleas. Gravity's Rainbow 2, Todd is pinchin'. That one's horrible. You won't need a light, because you'll be glowing. Cuckold, always dancing from a distance. Bills and checks, like I'm coaching Patriots. Again, this is so nice I had to write it twice. Don't have any game, because I'm not playing. Most white women aren't worth a fast food bill. Everybody is crazy in some way. Logical fallacy starts with an L. Stop kidding, nobody'd ever want you. I think I'll be doubling down, because I'm Irish. I have in parentheses, work on it, doesn't even begin to function. I have a very convoluted shoot with a London joke here, which I'll spare you. I dreamt of Stewart Avenue again. Thinks she's the marijuana Madonna. Nobody will ever want me again. This is a joke I've been having on file for a very long time. I'm dressed like Marvin, but don't call me gay. Hey, if you have my August, September, you'd probably have my October too. The past sucks. Let's talk about the future. I kill myself every Saturday night just to be reborn on Sunday morning. I'm younger than I've ever been. On the clock, and I'm dreaming at my desk. Hope, the first step towards disappointment. Everybody wants to focus on the downfall. I'm watching for the escansion. You are the subtext. Every word is yours. Each time she leaves me on red, it's another axe swing to the trunk of our friendship. Can't recant ever since I decanted. There are many things deeper than our thoughts. The only real limits are self-imposed. More one more times than a Daft Punk remix. Last night I was waving my finger around like I wanted someone to sniff it. Make peace with it. I'm making war with it. Thoughts too heavy to keep my head held up. Yes, I want a problem. I'm a problem. You left me on hold until I hung up. Theseus's ship and other cliches. Lifting weights solves every problem for men. You spelled it all wrong. Don't forget the I. Bear in the basement. Everyone's upstairs. When life says no to everything you want, eventually you say no to life. I forgive you all the time in my dreams. The past is robbing me of my future. Non-consensual baptism, by God. This is one I wrote on the way to my grandpa's house. I don't know, I was trying to write some silly rap thing about Pepsi. I think it's like people who like don't drink but they love to party, which I love. I'm jealous of those people because they're genuinely fun people. But I don't. That's somewhat of the context as I recall of this one. I was driving through the country just trying to figure this out. Ain't a party till we pop some Pepsi. Offer me a Coke. Boy, don't you test me. I'm a Crawford, but also Atticott. Parting the sea like I was a centrist. Other fucks profited off of my pain. This is so horrible. They're all horrible. Joel, this is like self-immolation. Is that the term? Just the level of cringe I'm subjecting myself to. Joel Miller with a pen. The Last of Us. All my potential now is a what if. I dream in iambic pentameter. Patience, timing it all out for the 10. 2023 golfing with my head. Better to stand corrected than to lie. If dreams came true, then I might be awake. No, it isn't okay, and that's okay. Write it down to remember the future. Took the best of me and gave me their worst. She's repeating my jokes in pillow talk. Please don't waste my time with platitudes. So my grandmother's name is Sally, and she was a bowler. I'll bowl you over like my name's Sally. Most of these are written while running, so very high level of energy off of them. The safety bin off after September. German blood, Irish pints, and Scottish rage. Somehow, Willow became the coolest Smith. Eulogizing myself, I write death notes. Were you the dove perched in my windowsill? You didn't make it, you never had a chance. Was I too late before I even knew? You can't be your best self when you're in pain. I couldn't recover from a good thing. Introduce me to my Goliath then. Calm down, like a lion in a cage. The weakness with which I identify. I'm parenthetical here, bad scansion, I guarantee. I'm not bitter about last year, furious. So I could tell which ones these were written while drunk, so I'm skipping those. I don't owe anyone my discretion. I got no contracts left. Start the dog pile. Do you know what my last name even means? You can make T the new scarlet letter. By last September, my skull was gravy. Name one person who did more and had less. I can't be condemned just for poor timing. Everyone else ignores the obvious. Dehydrate from crying, not the drink. Getting OP from grinding the side quests. Sorry, but I'm going to do it again. People at your funeral will confess. They'll repeat the things I said when I leave. Politeness is just lying sociably. A lot of these are written in character and stuff too. There's an important context where it's like notes for future projects. So a lot of this is like dialogue and stuff. It just pops into my head that I just arrange into 10-syllabic sentences. Trying to staunch my stab wounds with paper, filling pages with blood before I'm out. Limp with the cards falling out from my sleeve. They were stirring my brains with a golf club. All my rough times are now my golden years. Forever fumbling in infinite jest, the name which he will be christened in hell. If I was a sued Todd Danielewski. Divorced, no kids, liberated adult. I'm not reading these tomes, I'm lifting them. One puppy of the litter was born still. I never skip leg day, I'm sentarded. Obvious conclusion is obvious. Was a monster, now I'm Nosferatu. Ooh, just got a notification from Charlie XCX. Not my DMs, but YouTube, that's pretty cool. My best memories are spiked with trauma. Oh, this one's so horrible. Magician tricking. Ta-da, you're single. Always crashing in the same car. That's low. This dog is taking himself for a walk. She got a soulmate in every city. Get your red shoes on or get off my floor. From Mr. Darcy to Mr. Kelsey. Pre-gaming like Cortex. Don't want no crash. Mulligan for a birthday hooligan. I'm not quite there yet, but I am Scottish. The best album of the year, Scrapyard by Quedeca, came out on my birthday. So this one I wrote probably at 12:05 on my birthday. Well, inebriated. Don't mistake this for Todd's Day. This is Quad's Day. The smaller person runs between your legs. Got things on my list I've got to check off. Thanksgiving in Russia. Had a gobbler. We're excavating the 9th ring of hell. On my way out, holding the door. I gave all I had in October. I'm not even going to read that. That's so filthy. Every relationship is like a diet. All good ones have a cheat day or two. I can't be in the peanut gallery. Instead of Mr. Yank, Brockhampton. No one's reading. Who am I meta for? I've got high tolerance, a Democrat. Effie Lead. Is that twee enough for you? This is fun. I don't know why I said this at work once, I think. I was motivated, it's like, let's eat this hoagie, as in let's get this job done. So, ready to do this, let's eat this hoagie. Broken rotten teeth, Irish dental plan. Sometimes my jokes can give myself the ick. But Jesus wasn't nailed to a fucking queue. This one actually I know is perfected later on. I've worked on that joke for like 3 years, I believe, if not longer. Sipping Monster out of a coffee mug. I'm disgusted, curious, and angry. He's Papa Bear, Big Bro, and Party Boy. Magic School Bus. Call me Mr. Rizzle. If you know, you know. And yes, I do know. It's like Donald Trump, unprecedented. I have no chill. All I do is spit fire. It feels like something stuck between your teeth. You're nothing but a rat, Dickodemus. Shane Gillis as Lenny of Mice and Men. The end was a cliffhanger, not climax. No victory dance until the end zone. Giving up on giving up was the key. Only losers aren't in competition. This one's my favorite. Tonight we're having breakfast for dinner. It's late night with Potatoes O'Brien. Atheists say the things I can't believe. Baptizing decades in conversation. It's transfiguring and disfiguring. I'm transfigured by what transpired. Playing defense last year, offense this year. It's plausible deniability. They want the dandy war shawl, but no. That one, I was probably not sober when I wrote. I ran out of lifeblood in 23. Like a bitch, I had some bad periods. The Pittsburgh Penguins? You look more like the Pittsburgh Chickens to me. Okay, here's a perfected version of the cross joke. They nailed me to a queue like I'm Sophie. That's the smartest thing in this whole file. I took a leap of faith, landed on my face, hyperventilated on the pavement, chalk-shaped outline with nothing inside it, followed the blood trail to a bleeding dog. I forgot my wallet in your pocket. Girl bosses grab life by the balls without consent. My new band name, Catatonic Hot Dogs. So I heard you want to be murdered. I'm in the market for a ghostwriter. I wrote a short story last year titled I Want to Be Murdered. So that's a reference to that. Yeah, I'll take the path of most resistance. Pictures on my phone tell the whole story, like an upside down exclamation point. I'm not miserable, but motivated. God doesn't write supporting characters. If I ever get plucked out of this hell, I have to become the best dude ever. You're performing I just messed that up. You're performing baptisms with my blood. So cool, I wish I could R&B like that. Testing the flammability of every bridge, can't have fake ones in the end zone. That albatross has my head hanging low. You didn't want me when I needed you. I can't compete, I accept my defeat. Oh, I love this one, I forgot about it. Kicking and screaming, she got a bomb back. I thought that's who I was, but it wasn't. Model lying on the floor, overposed. The only hope I have is delusion. A meal for three, more like a meal for me. Don't stress it, don't even drink about it. What? I supported her through dick and thin. Love me when I'm funny at the function. You drop me when I couldn't be lower. You take a knee like it's a beheading. Got my foot in the door, and I'll shoot it. Take a fire to the farmland, take everything. Come back in a year to rob what's rebuilt. I don't get high because I'm not pot Hesleek. That makes sense. I had a dream about it. It's Havana Browns, straight from Ohio. This one's so bad. I was on an NFL pun kick for a little bit. We're going to Dallas. Don't have a Cowboys. The vibes are good, and that's freaking me out. Well, he is inconvenient by design. Bungie McFly, you're my density too. I can't say so. There's such cringe PlayStation 1 era jokes. Trying to put the cat back in the bag. You don't even have to. I'll burn my books. I'm not sure what this one's getting at. 10 minus 3 minus 7 equals... Oh, okay, yeah. Simple math. I'm sorry, but congratulations too. Don't you ever cross streams of consciousness. All good memories rot into trauma. Did anyone ever ask why 2K? Don't know if I slept any, but I dreamt. Static image, an image of static. The woman who wrote Red became a chief. You pulled a Nintendo, you took a Switch. I was afraid, but now I feel okay. I don't want to be holden to this dem. Oh, I mixed two. That's really funny. I don't want to be holden to this book. And the other one, I don't really like that joke. I'm not going to say it, but it's a joke about abortion rights and being a Democrat. It's not offensive. It's just, I don't know. I just don't want to make it. It's about, I'll say it. It's about, because my books are all metaphors about children, usually, and there are likens to that. It's a motif. So it's a hit the abort button, like I vote Dem, as in I want to quit writing this book. You in a box? Punch up this dialogue. Doctor got your stool sample back. Shit's cringe. Blood works in. You've got Riz deficiency. Failed out of Hustler University. They don't want you to have anything left. The less you have, the more you can give them. Oh, I wish I could say I love this joke, but I can't say it. It's like calmly being struck by lightning. Minions posting on my main. I'm 30. It'll get real messy when I clean up. I did not plan for 2024. Eternal moonshine of the spotted mind. Mistook every pickpocket for a hug. All those takers were going to take my life. It's a comedy in Alighieri. Maintain your weight while you're waiting to wait. Oh, well, this one was just about reflections, a short story I wrote for my last whatever project. And it hit me that it was just in 10 syllables. Written for the former hottest girl in Pittsburgh by the former hottest guy there. She moved, so it's, no offense there. She's still cool. If you're right and this is as good as it gets, if you're right and this is good as it gets, then it must not get very good. Turning into my dad, but I'm no dad. I forgive you for all of your tattoos. That's a West line. That's really funny. There's no party, but you're still partying. No land in sight, but I see dorsal fins. Got the breakfast paraphernalia. He was no chief, but helmet colored red. Playground is the wreckage of a past life. Offended that I'm bleeding when you cut me. Doves feed from my hands, snakes coil at my feet. Exorcism puking those spirits up. I'm trying to... Living on the vine, dying on the vibe. In the fifth, the captain goes down with the ship, lying down on the floor in a house fire. Only thing I progress is estrangement. If I wrote your book, it would be my book. Monopoly on mental real estate. I'm so lonely I'm drinking Hugs juices. Again, some of this is dialogue. I have to recuse myself. I'm eating like I'm mad at my toilet. And this is about taking a break from your job to make hot dogs. This dog is back, and I came with a pack, like a pack of hot dogs. Then after you eat, I've got those dogs in me, and I'm ready. There's just something about your everything. In retrospect, hope was just a death dream. The door was but the lid of a coffin. I'm trapped in somebody else's coffin. The door they built me was but a coffin. I was trying to work on that one, try to figure it out. A depression feels like a hole opens up in my chest and I fall into myself. I'll have to say the parenthetical after it. Not like Arnold Palmer, I'm twisted T. And then after I have a long, ew. Dead Alive, Sumerian Rat Monkey. 2023 was prep for this year. Art reflects life, but the paint has dried up. Lost every round, now I'm a soggy mound. I'm the law of diminishing returns. Static on the TV when no one's home. Fell asleep on the bench, now it's empty. And this one here is a bit called, I'm making sure my boy's comfy. That's top priority, is that Lyle's comfy. What the heck was it called? Oh, Gilmore Guys, that's it. Recurring animal attacking me. Vacation intermission to bleed out. Glacier Island melting in circumference. Faces of those digested by the world looking back at me and my reflection. Holding the plank, but my arms are shaking. Lower jaw hanging on by the tendons. Entitled to stack their luggage on me. Open ocean swimming, no shore in sight. Bleeding through the gauze, wrapping a stab wound. Too dry, I'm red wine circling the drain. Dog chasing a car to the horizon. Holding my breath as sharks drag me back down. Holding my bladder for the end credits. Possessed at the wrong times by their demons. Pull out before God knows what can be born. The brush is stiff, the paint's dried, it is done. Rations are getting smaller every day. So that's that. No cheese. There's nothing to smile about. You have to because, like, you just have to. Telling jokes like shots of morphine to me. Nothing to laugh about. It's not funny. Bet away my savings on the wrong horse. Don't try. You can't pull the sword from the sun. I never said goodbye, just faded out. Getting advice from cautionary tales. Good moments, just trauma in the making. Aftermath of decimations all. I got that Coco Bandicoot tramp stamp. Yeah, it is clearly the end to these means. The book is bound in a pound of my flesh. I don't know if this one works numerically, but whatever. Dog pile by my own team, like 8-2, Brutus. Training for ships that never come to shore. Feel like I'm telling jokes into your void. Repetition is an echo of pain. Head down, phone up. That's the way she listens. The joke's on me, like smell your own finger. They're happy because they just got away with a robbery. Those are my smiles they're wearing. She's like a choir girl. She's a tenor. This is I actually had the thought today. While shopping. A tenor comes into head frequently, unfortunately, embarrassingly. Asking questions I know the answer to. Aging by avoiding the obvious. Abusers painted my face with trauma. The ones that got away were bullets dodged. This one's like a parody of emo rap. I mean, I guess a lot of these are, but it's girls are mean. Turn my vibes from brown to shoot. I messed it up. Girls are mean. Turn my vibes to brown from green. Thirsty for a struggle. Sierra mist. Confused, but I'm certain. Hopeful, but I'm hurting. Cringe. Very country bar. Good things in life are shy. Bad things are rude. Left your bench so I could find me a cage. And they painted me as their self-portrait. This is a reference. I had a sleeveless shirt on, and somebody said something about, the guns or whatever. And said, dual-wielding pistols like it's Halo 2. I'd rather make my mistakes than take yours. There's a wrench in the well-oiled machine. That boy is trying to play house inside a hotel every man spent a night in. I don't believe it, but sure, I'll buy it. Life's moving too slow. Time's moving too fast. I can't just live with nothing forever. Abandonment is worse than the abuse. I like you even when we disagree. So that's most of what I've got so far. There's some that there's too foul or too embarrassing or just uncouth in other ways that I don't want to share. But that's what I've been working on. That's the open house. I don't know if I'll make this public. I might just keep it for myself, and then I could say that I technically did it. I don't know. I mean, a lot of it is just making sentences and stream of consciousness, but it is too vulnerable in many ways, even though it's not serious, if that makes sense. Because or it's like a reflection, but it's not the authentic you. It's all performance. But there is a lot of that ugly cycle, that non-linear path of recovery where you go from new highs to new lows frequently. And I know you saw that Lyle's hair just blew up because he's old guy's shedding right now. So alright, I'm gonna end this stream and then I'll watch it and determine if I feel comfortable sharing it with anyone. No, can I get up, buddy? Can I get up to end the recording? Come on, Lyle.